What if the most powerful thing art can do is not inventing something new, but staying with something ordinary long enough for it to become sacred? Artistic inquiry is not the search for a final answer. It is the disciplined, often stubborn act of asking a living question to material, body, time, and presence. Ragnar kjartansson practice is one of the most purest contemporary example of this kind of inquiry. He does not merely illustrate an idea, he builds situation in which time itself becomes the researcher of his own question. How does duration, repetition, and time as a concept create beauty and sanity of human experience and condition? Kjartansson treats his time as not just a neutral container, but as an active material. Repetition and duration is not just background decoration. It is a method of pressure. It is an instrument that turns normalcy or awkwardness into something that feels melancholic. In Me and My Mother begin in 2000 and revisited every 5 years, time operated as both ritual and living archive. Gudrun Asmundadottir stand beside her son and repeatedly spit in his face. The gesture is intimate, aggressive, absurd, and deeply tender. Here, repetition is ceremonial. Each cycle is almost identical in action, yet radically different because the body have aged, the skin have changed, the eye have changed. The relationship itself is rewritten by the simple fact of continuing present. Time can transform a single confrontational act into a multi-decade documentation of love, consent, mortality, and mutual witnessing. Conversely, in another project, A Lot of Sorrow, time becomes a physical pressure. The National, a famous Icelandic band, performed their song Sorrow 99 times across 6 hours. Repetition here is athletic and almost brutal. Each alliteration carried the residue of the previous one. A cracked voice, a changed guitar line, bodies that grow heavier. Duration act as a sculpture chisel. It wear away the song's original narrative shape until only its emotional core remained. The beauty is not polished or idealized. It is the beauty of stubborn human labor, the decision to keep returning to the same wound, to the same phrase until sorrow itself becomes strangely luminous. Across this work, the relationship between material, idea, and process is inseparable. The material is time itself, along with bodies, voice, architecture, and the slight variation that live performance inevitably produced. The idea that duration and repetition can generate beauty and sanity does not exist prior to the work and then get illustrated. It is discovered and tested through process. The process is the research, and the decision to repeat, to stay, to let exhaustion and small difference accumulate. Idea, material, and process form a closed loop. One cannot be extracted from the other without losing the inquiry itself. What makes Kjartansson art special is that it refuses to use the usual economy of art. It does not prioritize novelty, spectacle, or the finished object. It prioritizes staying. By treating duration and repetition as primary material, he challenged the idea that art must be constantly produced the new, the result, or the spectacular. Instead, he proposed that art can be form of a prolonged attention, a way of remaining with the human condition until an ordinary texture begin to shine with unexpected beauty and a quiet, hard-won sanctity. In a culture addicted to speed and distraction, that insistence on time may be one of the most radical artistic gestures available to us.